Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Sometimes I feel like a broken record. It's like the same messages are coming through. Well, they're not coming through. It's like the same things are like running through my head because we're in such an amazing time. And of course, as soon as I get ready to record, my cat starts saying she wants out of her room. Anyway, she'll be okay. She's actually playing with the toy. But things are shifting so quick, so fast. It's unreal. And the number of people, and I thought about it, it was yesterday's video was we're not alone anymore because so many people are waking up. And I thought, you know what? These people, and this is where we get into trouble, okay? Because we start comparing ourselves to other people. And I do the same thing. I catch myself and it's like, but wait a minute, stop. So yesterday, after my video, I thought, okay, well, all these other people are running into people they know and that are awake, and they're finding their soul tribe. And I don't know anybody. And then I started going in, for a brief minute, I started going into that. I don't know anybody that's awake in my circle, in my close circle. I mean, I have, a friend in South Africa. I don't see her. And it's like, and then I think, I have you guys. I mean, granted, you're not in my immediate circle, like here physically, but that's okay. I have my husband. He's awake. Thank God. Well, if he wasn't awake, we wouldn't be together because that's just the two of us. We have grown individually and together, but individually in the past 2 years that we've been together, like I cannot tell you. It took him to make me realize parts of me that I still needed to work on. And of course, obviously, I'm here to help him because this is a new journey for him. You're never done. But that's okay. Don't look at it as, oh my God. I used to look at it as, oh my God, I'm never going to be done. No, you're not here to be done. You're here to evolve. But then I started thinking, I was like, Pam, everybody, every one of you are where you're meant to be for a reason. Even if you, in your community, even if you are the only person, you are there to pull in the light into that there are not, okay, let me finish the sentence. You're there to pull the light into that spot. And the image that I was just sent was lighthouses. You don't have 50 lighthouses on one point. You have, and I have chills, you have a lighthouse on that point. And then you go a little bit further and you have another lighthouse on that point. And they're perfectly positioned where they're needed to send out the light, to guide people to guide people away from a point or to a point. You're the same way. You are positioned exactly where and so am I, exactly where you're meant to be. Some of you are traveling, opening portals, pulling light into, activating Mother Earth. Some of you are just channeling messages. Some of you are just evolving to get to the next point of whatever it is you're here to do. But it's like, I'm trying to think. I know physically, geographically, where I am, there's not a whole lot of people that are awake. At least none that have crossed my path yet. Now, what I will tell you is there is a college. Okay, it's a Christian college. I have seen so many people and heard of so many people that go there. And one lady I talked to said her daughter went and she got close to graduation and she was like, Mom, I'm out. I'm not even doing this anymore. Because they teach an agenda. It's like a cult. You believe what they believe, or you're wrong. Holy smokes. That's what religion is. Religion is the cult. And they have twisted it to make us feel like we're the cult. I had somebody I was helping the other day, and she was talking to a 3D psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever. And because this person isn't, and I told them, I was like, they're not going to get it. They told her, and she's waking up. She's stepping into who she is. She's evolving. She's a beautiful soul. And she's going through some things, and it's like the other person told her she's in a cult. They were worried about her. And I'm like, but when you look at religion, it is the cult. It is the thing that sucks you in to brainwash you into their belief system. When you think about it, you and I don't have limiting beliefs on what we believe, on who's right and who's wrong. We're stepping into oneness where you accept everybody and everything. It just is. You see the beauty in everything. They want to pick and choose who's welcome into their cult, who's welcome into their beliefs. Well, no. They will suck you in and brainwash you to make you think like they do. Because if you don't, you're wrong. And they're against everything that's not like them. Holy cow, did I know that this message was going here today? No, I did not. So you be the light. You be where you are. Now, if you feel called to move, yes, move. You know, it's like I've always said, I'm here for a period of time. I did not think I would be here this long, but there's a reason I'm here this long. I'm not meant to move yet. When I feel like I'm meant to move, I'll move to wherever I'm called to. And it won't be, it's not going to be it's not like, oh, well, Pam, you're not thinking about your husband. I'm trying to get this out into words, okay? You're not thinking about your husband. You're just going to go do whatever. No. If it's meant to be, he will have the same feeling. And if it's not meant, and if we're meant to be together, we will have the same feeling. If we're not meant to be together because we've grown apart, like my last husband, we will separate, we will part ways, and it will just work out. So, and no, I'm not looking to leave my husband, my current husband. Anyway, I've had a couple. but I'm where I'm meant to be at the moment. I'm pulling in light here where I am. You're pulling in light where you are. Oh, and what I was saying, thank you for reminding me. The college, there are people, and my husband, because of what the, oh my God, what he has grasped, and it really speaks to him, are the books of the Bible. Because when he met me, he said, Pam, I don't get it. Why does the Bible knock women? It makes the women, it tells you women are less than. And every woman that they talk about in the Bible is bad. They're like Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, of which I will tell you now the Catholic Church says that she's not. But just like what I said yesterday with education, they're not going to go back and change all the books saying, oh no, she's not. You know, we've learned all this new stuff, so let us teach you the new stuff. No. They're not going to go back and rewrite the Bible saying Mary Magdalene is not a whore or a prostitute. Or she was full of demons. Yeah, the demons are the same things that you and I are full of. And I don't even think she was full of those. Maybe she was. I don't know. I wasn't there that I know of. But the demons are your greed, your judgment, your division, fear, blame, guilt, shame. Those are the things. Those are the low frequency emotions. You know, call it what you want to call it. But he has stepped into the missing books of the Bible, and he's reading those, and they really, truly, like the book of Thomas, are the teachings of Jesus. When he read it, he was like, no wonder they don't want this in the Bible, because it talks about how powerful women are. Women are equally as powerful as men. We just have a different purpose. We have the divine feminine as opposed to the divine masculine. They're both equally important. But the Bible doesn't want you to know that, because then they can't brainwash you and keep you in their cult. And I was sucked into that nonsense for a while until I woke up. But he has come across so many people that go to that college, that have taught at that college, that cult, that is like, that have been searching for information, because you're not going to find it in that college. It's a Christian college. They want to teach you about Jesus and being saved and read the Bible, study the Bible. And the Bible is all there is. There was a Christian organization that my husband went to for a period of time. He went there. Then he went back. They called him back to see if they could help him, because there was a period where we were having some issues. And because he read the book of Thomas and the book of Mary Magdalene, and it's outside of the Bible, we've been banned from this place. It's like, you can't come back here. You're not welcome back here. And it's a Christian organization. And it's like, it just makes me laugh, because these people don't get it. And yet people that go there, people that, again, people that my husband, God puts them, the universe puts them in my husband's path for a reason. Because he will, just in conversation, will start telling them about these books. And he had one kid that the kid was like, and my husband just mentioned it, just in conversation. And then he kind of like went off on a different subject. And the guy was like, no, 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 come back. I want to know more about this. This intrigues me. This interests me because I knew there was more, but you don't find it out there. You don't, I can't tell you how many people have told him, I've been looking for this. Yeah. It's amazing. So yes, people are waking up. The religion thing, I guess, was my first question. It's like, wait a minute, there's what you're teaching me isn't making sense. And you guys have probably had these same thoughts. It just doesn't make sense. So therefore you start looking outside, and when you start digging, and then I think the because I never gave two craps about the politics, but then the political thing came into my awareness, and then that went into, oh my God, are you kidding me? Then was big pharma, and I started looking at the fact of, wait a minute, all they want to do is, because you hear all these ads about, and I thought about it, you hear all these ads about, take this drug for whatever. The side effects are a list of god-awful things. But you may be healed from this one thing that you're taking this pill for. It may work, it may not. Meanwhile, the list of side effects are, could be death. It could be, whatever. And it's like, what? So I always had that in my head. It didn't really set until I really started waking up. And then it was like, oh my God. And then, was it last month when my husband went to the doctor? He went to the hospital because he thought he was having a heart attack from the freaking drugs that he was on. So then he goes back to his doctor as a follow-up. And she says, yeah, but you really need to be on these drugs. And that's when Pam opened her mouth and stepped in and said, no, we're not playing this silly game. Because your drugs are what put him in the hospital. And you want to put him back on them? I don't think so. And then, and education. You think of the limiting beliefs, the nonsense that they're teaching kids in school. And yeah, okay. I had to sort this out in my head for a second, because back when my last husband, he had a son and I had a daughter. They both went to both went to college. They both went to the same college. They both grew up in a church. Now, his son came out. He went to church. He was a Christian. He comes out of college telling us that God doesn't exist and everything was created by the Big Bang Theory. My daughter was never really religious. College helped wake her up to a point that she woke me up, because it's not the Big Bang Theory. There's more to this spiritual thing that we're here for than we're brainwashed with. It's not the cult that we grew up with. But because she went to college and it helped expand her vision, she didn't step into the Big Bang Theory. She stepped into, there's more to this, because God connected her to people. You know what? When I tell you you're co-creating When I tell you this is bigger than you, when I tell you God puts the right people in your path as you need them, because you are here for a bigger purpose, believe me, don't believe me. I have seen it play out in my life like I can't even tell you. Even to the point of how my daughter and we had a hell of an agreement before we came to this earth. That's all I got to tell you. Because I'm just not even going to go down that path because you don't have all day to listen. It's crazy. But people are out there looking for answers. We are waking, we are awake. We are waking more people up. You are a light drawing people to you for a reason. They're looking for the knowledge that you have. Don't be afraid to share it. You know, I mean, and most of us aren't at the point. It's like the cult. They will force feed you their belief system and guilt you into feeling and believing their limiting beliefs, because they're going to tell you if you don't believe it, you're going to go to hell and burn in eternity forever. No, you're not. As light workers, speak your truth. You know, you can say, just like my husband, he brings up these books and then he kind of lets it go. If it's like fishing, there you go. Here, babe, you love to fish. This one's for you. It's like fishing. Throw that hook out, throw that bait out. If somebody bites, you reel them in, you start a conversation. If it's a keeper, they'll stay. If it's not, let them go. Your job is to throw your hook out, bait it, plant the seed, and then accept what comes as it comes. That's my new motto. I got it from Jesus, so there you go. Accept what comes as it comes. As people come into your existence, don't be like the religious people and throw up religion, throw up your beliefs. People don't want that. But, even if you're having an amazing day, and you're full of light and sunshine, people are going to look at you like, why are you so happy? I want what you have. And that's what I used to be told in the church. People want what you have. Yeah, no, they don't. They don't want that nonsense. They want what we have. They just think they want because they don't know any different. So go be the light. You shine bright. And don't worry about, because this is, my husband and I had this conversation this morning about orbs. And I'll tell you, that's how I ended up with one of my cats. Because a friend of mine had this cat. She fosters cats. She sent me a video. She's like, Pam, you've got to see this. This cat has one eye, okay, and 3 legs. He was sitting in her lap watching, and I could see the orbs in the video that she sent me, and he's watching these orbs as a kitten. Of course, that was part of what attracted me to this cat, and he is the biggest sweetheart. Oh my God, we absolutely love him. But then I got to thinking, and somebody asked me about orbs the other day, and I'm like, it's a natural thing. And I told my husband this morning, I said, I've never seen, or I said something about orbs, and he said, something about seeing them. And I said, no, I've never seen an orb. And he said, you've never seen an orb? I said, no. So I could go down that, oh my God, what's wrong with me? You know what? I channel Jesus. I don't need to see an orb. I do what I do. You do what you do. If you see orbs, if you see fairies, if you see dragons, there are people that see dragons. I would love to see fairies and dragons. Every day when I walk, I'm always looking, I would love to see people. It was funny. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this. I told my husband, I said, I would love to see people from outer space people. And then I jokingly said, oh, wait, I've seen Katy Perry. You guys know that was bullshit, right? Anyway, she's a space case is what she is. She's not an astronaut. She's a space case. But anyway, I would love to see people from other planets. Yeah, I will in time. When it's meant to be, it'll be. But don't look at yourself as somebody else interacts with these people and you don't, or these beings and you don't. Is there something wrong with you? Or you do see it and then you think something's wrong with you. No. You're waking up. And don't let a fairy fly by and go, oh my God, I'm going crazy. Or you see an orb and, oh my God, I'm going crazy. No, you're meant to see this stuff. If you see it, so anyway, I love you guys. Oh my God. I have so much joy when I do my videos and when the messages come through me and I get to share them with you. So go be your light. Go become a gardener planting seeds. Become the fisherman casting your bait out and seeing who bites. Do it from a place of light. It is not time. The days of us dimming our light to fit in are over. Over. Don't worry about what anybody thinks of you. They're the ones you throw back. They're the seeds that they may not ever sprout. That's not your worry. Your job is to be the light. To attract the bugs. Look at it however you want to look at it. Be that bug light to attract bugs. Now, we're not here to kill them, but, some bugs will be attracted to your light, some won't. And that's okay. Some will just fly by and keep going. So anyway, have an amazing day. If you found any humor in this, I sure did. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and go be the best you can be today. Just have an amazing day. Go spread your light, wherever, however. And don't let anybody dim your light. No. That's their darkness they choose to live in. Don't be part of that. So anyway, have an amazing day, and we will talk soon.